Hi everyone, it's Marcy here from Stampin' with Marcy. I hope that I am sideways. For some reason my phone does not want to switch orientation, so hold on just 1 minute while I turn you around here so that we are the right orientation. Okay. So unfortunately, my phone is acting up. I think I need a new iPhone. I have an iPhone 6 and I have, excuse me, replaced it a couple times now. But unfortunately, I believe they keep giving me duds because it is constant that I am having to go in there because I've got issues. So anyways, today I am going to be creating this pretty card here. We are coming to the end of the point where the in colors, the 2016-2018 in colors are going to be retiring. So I knew I wanted to use the Flirty Flamingo and Peekaboo Peach, as I really love those colors. And I'm going to be super sad when they go. And last week I said that I did not have a Easter greeting stamp set. So I got my order in, and this beautiful stamp set, the You're Inspiring, arrived. So I was able to create the card using that sentiment. So with this card here, you can see I've got a few little of the glitter and clear epoxy shapes on here to just add a little bit more detail to that. So let's get started. I have a piece of shimmery white cardstock here, and I have my sponge brayer with my Flirty Flamingo, and then a second sponge brayer with the Peekaboo Peach. My Flirty Flamingo is stained quite heavily. I did a card last Christmas that used the brayers in one of my Stamp-A-Stacks, and it, what color was that? Fresh Fig does not wash out. So it is stained, but it still works just fine. So when you are inking up your rollers, keep your finger up here. Don't press down here or it's going to tear into your ink pad. So just going across to ink it up. Now if you're here, pop by and say hello. I'd love to hear from you. I start off of my card stock and go across. It's much more difficult to do when you've got all this equipment around you and you're trying not to hit it. And I'm starting down at the very bottom here and just going over and over. I'm not going back and forth. I am just doing long across. Now you can go as heavy or as light as you want. And it does take a little bit of time, and I am just going towards the center of my cardstock so that it is fading lighter in the middle. And I want it quite a bit darker at the top, so I'm going to just keep going. So it is a beautiful sunny day here today in southwestern Ontario. I know that my friend Jenny, who is in New Jersey, is having terrible weather. They are getting just hit by one storm after another. And I hope that everybody is keeping warm and safe. But please keep that weather down there. We don't want it up here. Now that we're spring, I am looking forward to the warmer temperatures. Yesterday afternoon, I went for a walk with Lola, and the robins were out singing. It was just beautiful. A little chilly. It could certainly warm up a few more degrees, in my opinion. Okay, so I think that is good for the Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to close that up and move that off to the side. And then open up my Peekaboo Peach. Flip that around. And do the exact same thing. Starting off the paper and then just rolling on. I would love it if you would give my video here a like, and please share it with anybody you think might enjoy my crafting video. Please pop by and say hello, and if you have any questions at all, I will, even after it is done, I will go back and read all the comments and questions and respond to you, absolutely. So then I am bringing it up so that it's blending together in the middle there. And because, I don't know if you can see that, right in here, because I'm using my fingers to hold it down, I've got a couple little fingerprints there. So I am just going to take my already inked up Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to go over it again just to kind of blend that out. Okay, I think I like that color. I think I've got enough on there, so I'm going to close that up, and then I'm going to grab a, without knocking anything and making it jiggly, I'm going to grab a wet one and wipe my hands off so that I don't get the Flirty Flamingo on top of the Peekaboo Peach. Okay. Now, I have my trimmer right here beside me. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to trim off the edges right here to make this a 4" by 5 1/4 for my card front. So I'll just take a little bit off of both ends so that it's the same color all the way around. There, and I like that look where it's a crisper, cleaner look. So then next I am going to ink up my daffodil stamp. Now, if any of you ordered the Stamparatus, pre-ordered it back in December, you would have gotten your email the other day saying that it was ready to ship. I know mine, I got my email, and unfortunately, I was born without patience, or fortunately, however you want to look at that, and I used FedEx, so my Stamparatus is going to be arriving today. I'm super excited. I was hoping it would be here in time to do my video, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I'm just using my clear block. So I've inked it up, and then I am just going to stamp it on here. Even pressure. There we go. Move that to the side. And then I'm going to take my Happy Easter greeting and stamp it over here to the side. And you'll notice that I lined up my card front on the in between the lines of my grid paper. The grid paper can be found in the annual catalog, and it is wonderful for keeping your images so that you're not stamping it crooked. So if you've got it and you've got it centered, then you can go by the grid lines to make sure that you're not crooked. Hello, Carol. How are you? How is the weather up in Kingston? Okay, so I have a piece of Peekaboo Peach, and it is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Take my bone folder and just burnish that. And then I've got a piece of Whisper White, just regular Whisper White, and this is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm going to take my liquid glue and just give a little bit. Center it on my card front here. And then take this and do the same. I like the liquid glue, as I told you before, because it gives you a few more moments to adjust if you've stuck that down a little crooked. Okay, so the finishing touch is to add some of these glitter epoxy shapes. So I take my paper piercing tool and pick it up off, and then just stick it down. Get another one, put it there, and you're just sprinkling them around however you want. It doesn't matter. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just going around. And there you have it. So my first original card was a little a little smidge lighter than this one here, but still quite lovely. So I hope you like today's card. I hope you try this super quick and easy way to create a colorful, pretty spring card. Rolling your ink color onto your paper certainly adds another dimension to it without adding too many layers. So that is all for me today. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, this is brand new that I just got. I love the daffodils. I don't know that I'll use all of the sentiments from it, but I certainly do like it, and it makes a simple yet pretty card. So all of the dimensions for this card will be on my blog on Saturday. I will do a blog post, and I will put the video on my blog as well, and then I will also upload it to my YouTube channel so you can view it there. Remember, if you're placing an order in my online store, to please use the host code. It goes for another week. It's done March 31st. Will be the last day for the host code. Everybody that places an order in my online store using the host code will get a thank you gift shipped to them from me. So I think that is all for today. Join me back here again next Thursday. I will be here 1 o'clock as well. And have a great rest of the day and a super rest of your week. Bye.